What's up, gang? It's your boy Keith, and when we come back from this little break, I'm going to talk about 10 fragrances from some of my favorite independents. Now, obviously, I only picked 10. I could have picked more, but I didn't want to do a long, elaborate video on a lot of these fragrances. So if you don't see your fragrance in this video, independent companies, don't feel bad. There will be another video. So I just picked the ones that I instantly could see and within my eyesight on my shelves. So once again, when we come back, 10 of my favorite independent houses and the fragrances that I love from those houses the most. Stay tuned. Just a little FYI before the video gets started. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video so you can get more information about the giveaway that I announced not too long ago. If you didn't know anything about the giveaway, yes, I am commemorating my 5K subscriber mark I hit not too long ago, and I'm doing a small giveaway. So stay tuned to the end of the video so you'll know exactly what you need to do if you haven't already heard. Welcome back. So for those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Keith. This is The Fragrant Life, and here we talk about all things fragrance related. And this list is about independent companies and the fragrances from some of these companies that I personally love the most. I know there are a lot of people who are going to disagree with a lot of these picks of mine, but like I said, this is my list. It's what I like and it's what I chose. So without further ado, let's get to it. First on the list, I'm going to go with a company that I haven't heard a lot of noise about as of lately, and that could just be because I haven't really been paying too much attention. I know a while back the owner was having some issues, I guess some health issues or something like that. A lot of other people are closer to him than I am, but with that being said, from the house of HAPPYLAND Studios, I actually could have chose Home for the Holidays, which is one of my absolute favorite fragrances, but this one I haven't talked about a lot, and it is Plum Loco. And the reason why I chose this one is because plum. I love plum. I love sweet fragrances. This is a little dark. This is resinous. It's heavy. It's sweet. And it's perfect for the cooler weather that's coming up. So as you all know, summer is almost done. I don't know how much longer we have, but we're about done with summer, going into fall. And this is a fragrance I feel that is worthy of being worn in the cooler weather, fall and winter, maybe spring. If it's like still early spring and it's still kind of cool early in the morning, yeah, you could wear this. Beast mode performance, if there's anybody who likes the term beast mode. I know a lot of reviewers don't like when you call something beast mode, but hey, it is what it is, and I call it how I see it. This fragrance gives me great performance. It's long lasting, and that is the reason why I chose this one over Home for the Holidays. Although, in my personal opinion, also Home for the Holidays is a beast mode fragrance also. I wore that thing to the hospital when I first got it, when I was still working there, and it almost was too much, I guess, from the amount of sprays that I put on. But I did get compliments when I wore it. It has a coffee vibe to it, but it's not about that fragrance. It's about this one. So Plum Loco from the house of HAPPYLAND Studios. Big shout out to Mr. E.J. Wells. Next up is another house that I haven't really had a lot of experience with. I think they sent me maybe 2 small decants, and they sent me 2 of these 15 ml size bottles. I think my boy Trey Sense has a little bit more than that, but from 3-in-1, I chose this one because I'm a huge fan of fragrances that aren't the run-of-the-mill fragrances or a clone of Creeds Royal Oud or YSL and stuff like that. This one is Black Smoke by 3-IN-ONE. And I don't quite remember what this is supposed to be a clone of, but I do know that I love this scent, man. I love it a lot. This is another one of those fall, wintertime type fragrances. It has a little bit of smoke to it. It's resinous, little bit dark, kind of mysterious in my personal opinion. It may run along the lines of other fragrances such as I don't want to say it's like Black Afgano, but if you have something like Black Afgano, then it kind of runs along that line as far as scent profile. I can't name another one offhand, but it's along that line, kind of dark, smoky. It's a nice fragrance. I like it. I haven't worn it because it's not time for something like this, and hopefully this fall I'll be able to give it some wearing and winter. So from 3-IN-ONE, Black Smoke. Next up, I wore this one a while back. This one is from Making Sense, Michael Densmore. He was generous enough to send me out a little sample pack. He sent me 2 of these 17 ml fragrances. One I wore one day last week. This one I wore, it was some time back, and he sent me 2 smaller samples. But I chose this one, and I actually stood in my little area over there where this shelf is, and I sprayed the fragrances and just to decide which one I like the most. And this one is the one I chose. Yeah. This is Author's Night, Eau de Parfum concentration. Once again, from Making Sense, Michael Densmore. And this one, I didn't look up what this is supposed to be a clone of. You all can do that homework for yourself. And if my mind serves me correct, then I'll just put it in the description down below. But fresh. Definitely one for spring and summer. Actually, honestly, I'd wear this year round, but more for spring and summer in my personal opinion. Fresh, has some sweetness to it. Definitely a banger, and I like this one a lot, which is why it's on this list. So from Making Sense and Michael Densmore, Author's Night. Kind of hard to see. From Sammydrouse. This one I think I got from somebody I did a trade with, if I'm not mistaken. This is Zephyr. And I do have one other one from him, and I chose this one because this one to me is different. It has oud in it, which is a note that I love a lot in fragrance. I didn't care for oud when I first started in the fragrance game, but now I do. And this is definitely different. It's not like nothing else I have in my collection. If this is a clone of something, I don't know what it is offhand, but this has notes of lemon, sage, saffron, rose, jasmine, oud, and amber. And I absolutely love this fragrance. This one, it may be too much for the dead of summer. I would probably wear this more in the cooler weather, especially spring, like early spring, fall and winter. Yes. With that lemon, it is a little bit citrusy, but it's not citrusy enough, in my personal opinion, that you can pull this off in the high heat. This will probably get away from you because of the oud, the rose, the saffron, and stuff like that. it'd be a little bit too resinous for me. So definitely, I love this scent, and it is Zephyr by Sammydrouse or Andreas. There we go. And these are in no particular order, so I'm not doing a countdown from 10 to 1. I'm just showing you 10 of the fragrances that I particularly love. So, all right, another one is a company that I found, for me personally, I was kind of ticked off by, because it was so hard for me in general to get my hands on some of these fragrances. The window is very small in certain instances for me to get into to order something. And I actually found, I think, 1 or 2 fragrances on Macari, and I bought them from somebody, and I loved them. And those fragrances aren't on this list. I think this is one of the ones that they actually sent me personally from Genre Parfums. This is Delicate Poison Eau de Parfum. And I think I have Dark Cherry is the one I think I ordered off of Macari from somebody, and something else. But I chose this one because it has some sweetness to it. It wanna leans like it's fresh, but it has depth to it. Oh, that smells amazing, man. That smells amazing. This one may also be a little bit much for the summer, but me being loony as I am, some of these fragrances I'd probably still try and wear during the summer months. But Delicate Poison by Genre Parfums is definitely a banger. One of the recent ones that I was sent, and I haven't done a review on yet, I need to. It's kind of hard for me to get to it. And I know Good Vibes Perfumes reached out to me to see have I had a chance to get the video out yet. And I told them I haven't, because I was wanting to do a video with my girlfriend. But since she has started college recently, it's kind of hard for her once she gets off from work. She has to bring our son to me and then rush to school. So it's kind of hard for me to catch her and do a video. And then after school, she just wants to come get him and go home and do what she has to do home and then go to sleep. So it's kind of hard for me to do that. So I may just have to do a separate solo video. But from Good Vibes Perfume, this is Whatever. And this is their most recent release. And they were kind enough to send out this bottle to me. I did do a first impression of it, and I do like this fragrance a lot. Maybe not as much as one of the other ones, but I do like this fragrance. Definitely unisex. Has some sweetness to it. I do like this, but for some reason this leans more feminine to my nose than it does more on the, like, down the middle. I do like it though. I can't wait to give this some wearing. This may be a little much for me in the high heat, especially at work, but maybe on a cooler evening or like a cool morning, I could wear this. But from Good Vibes Perfumes, Whatever. From Dapper Fragrances and Travis Gearhart, I could have went with any of the fragrances he sent me over time, but this one in particular I've smelled a decant of, thanks to my boy Trey Sense. He sent me a sample of it from Creeds Royal Oud, and that's one that I actually want to get my hands on a bottle of. Haven't found one yet for a decent price, but Travis sent me his formulation of it. This is Parfum concentration 30 ml bottle, and this is more than enough for me. His formulation of Royal Oud. It's gonna be hard to see. There we go. And this is spot on. I put this up against the decant that Trey sent me, and it's spot on. Yeah, I love it. I mean, what more can you say about it? There's oud in this. It's resinous. It's a little bit, I don't want to say dark, but it is a little on the dark side. This is more for a mature person. A lot of people may not like this one, especially if you don't like oud, but I've grown into loving oud and I like this a lot. So from Dapper Fragrances and Travis Gearhart, this is Royal Oud. Coming into the home stretch, last three. From Authenticity Perfumes, I could have went with any fragrance that they have sent me, and I thank him greatly for sending me out these. He didn't have to. This one, however, is the one I've worn the most. You can see I have put a little bit of a dent in it, and this is one that everybody has been talking about, and it is Fresh Boss. This is one of the freshest. Oh, that's so nice. One of the freshest fragrances I own, besides maybe Percival by Parfums de Marly and maybe one or two other fragrances that I have from some other companies. But this is definitely top 5 in my opinion of fresh fragrances, and I may do a fresh fragrance list before the summer is out just to commemorate the summer. But this thing, man, I think this has like orange in it. It's zesty, it's very bright, it's exuberant, and this is perfect for spring and summer. So from Authenticity Perfumes, Fresh Boss Parfum. Next up, this one took me by surprise, and I had a few other fragrances from this company, and when he sent this one out, I was blown away by it. I done my review on it, and he messaged me and told me that my review and people were saying that they were recommended this fragrance by me, and he said that the numbers for this fragrance were skyrocketing. Like he had a lot of orders after my video. This is from Icon de Parfum 623. Out of the other fragrances that he sent me, this is the one. This did it for me. This was it. Unless he can come out with something that's going to top 623, this is it for me. Oh, man. This is one of those fragrances I was telling y'all about that falls into the category of Fresh Boss. To me, 623 is above Fresh Boss, but they're still in the top 5 in my personal opinion of fresh fragrances in my collection. My collection, guys, not yours, mine. 623 is super fresh. Oh man, y'all just don't know. This stuff is fantastic. If you have not gotten your nose on 623 by Icon de Parfum, then you need to get your nose on this one. 623 is the one. If you're looking for a fresh fragrance for spring, summer, you can wear this year round if you choose to. It's your prerogative. But spring and summer, this is it. 623 by Icon de Parfum. Now, I know you all may be wondering what's going to be number 1. And anybody who knows me should know that when it comes to an independent company, there is only one fragrance out of all of the ones I just mentioned, and even all the ones I have that I haven't mentioned, there's only one fragrance company that has one fragrance that I love the most. And I have almost every iteration that he has came out with of this fragrance since day one of him coming into the fragrance game and him sending me samples. Kevin Holt over at Sensual Obsessions. And if you heard me say that name and that company's name, then you already know what fragrance I'm going to mention to you. I've hyped it since day one, and a lot of people have purchased this fragrance because of me. Andy Warhol. This is my absolute favorite fragrance from any company that has ever sent me anything for review. Kevin Holt has done magnificently with this fragrance, even over the amount of time that I've known him, the past 3-4 years of me being in FragCom. He came in around about the same time I got started, maybe a little while after that, or at least on my end of knowing about him. But I still have all the original bottles that he started sending these out in. And this is, I think, the last bottle that he sent me. And he sent one with my son's name on it. I think he put like Little Fragrant Life or something like that on it. But he sent me this big bottle, which is just a 100 ml bottle. But I love how it's square. I mean, it's a basic bottle, but I like it better than most of the other ones that he sent, the older ones. But this is my absolute favorite fragrance. And you want to talk about a fragrance with plum in it, this is the one. Another. Holy shit. Out of all these atomizers, this thing is crazy. Look at that. Oh my goodness, man. I haven't smelled the actual Andy Warhol, but if it smells anything like this, then I'm a sucker for it. I love this scent regardless. And this is going to be a staple in my collection until I'm gone. I'm dead and gone. Trust me. I have more than enough of this stuff to last me, not just in this bottle, but in a drawer behind me. I have like 5 or 6, maybe 7 different iterations of it, or different bottles of it, I should say. And I absolutely love Andy Warhol. Kevin Holt in Sensual Obsessions. He has done a bang up job with this fragrance. And that is why this is, I said this wasn't in any particular order, but I had to put this one number 1 because this does it for me. So that's my list, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. If I haven't mentioned it already, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell icon for notifications, like these videos, thumbs up, share these videos, definitely be active in the comment section. And I extended the giveaway a few more days. I was supposed to do the giveaway today, but I have to get in touch with somebody who has a wheel that I can possibly give them names of the people who have already commented in that video. If you haven't seen the video, then this is the video, and I will leave a link to the video in the description. This is the video you need to comment on, not this video, but the video I just showed you the picture of. That's the video you need to go to. That's the video you need to comment on. And it's no specific thing you have to say. All you have to do is just leave a comment in the comment section. And you also have to be a subscriber to my channel. Simple as that. So I am out of here, y'all. Here is to smelling great. Peace and good luck on the giveaway.